Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Paul up here, and today we have a coffee request, and this one comes from Susan, and Susan says the following. This is how the biathlon was created. Everyone in the Nordic countries did this in their military warfare, and then it became a sport. I had no idea. Guys, this is our new channel. It's about sports. So we're learning about sports, how it was created, who are the legends, behind the sport, the athletes. So if you want to learn more about sports, if you want to check out more reactions about sports, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And we're going to learn how the biathlon was created. This is a video from Vox. Link is in the description if you want to see it without my commentary, but then come back to see my reaction to it. Let's go.
Skis, rifles, sweet headbands. This is
Wait, isn't the biathlon two sports?
skis, rifles, sweet headbands. This is biathlon, a timed ski race where you shoot at rifle ranges along the course. It's awesome, but also kind of odd. There's no other sport that combines athleticism and weaponry the same way. Although it's popular in Europe, most
That makes so much sense now. Susan was saying that you used to do this in the military. That is really awesome because this isn't really something that is uncommon. If you're in the military in the Nordic countries, you are going to do training in the snow. That makes a lot of sense. Military warfare that became a sport. That makes a lot of sense. And honestly, the biathlon champion should consider, joining the military service.
that combines athleticism and weaponry the same way. Although it's popular in Europe, most Americans only know it from whatever James Bond movie that was.
Which
It's
one
for
was
your
this?
eyes only, by the way, but that's not the
For
point.
your eyes only.
Biathlon isn't just a trivia answer. It's a competitive, professional sport with military roots that stretch back centuries.
That's
and it all
awesome.
started in Norway. With a guy
Shout
named
out to
Oscar.
Norway. Dude, this is awesome. A military
Oscar Wergeland was a Norwegian military officer
training that became a sport. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Oscar Wergeland was a Norwegian military officer who loved skiing. In 1865, he wrote a book of ski drills for his troops. Before then, members of the Swedish and Norwegian Border Patrol had been meeting for contests that combined skiing with rifle shooting. But Wergeland's book turned the combination into an official exercise.
Wait,
And the idea
isn't Vergeland the name of the park there? Is the park named after him? Or no? It's not a park. It is a park, kind of. You know where the statues of all the naked people are? That's Vegaland, right? Vegaland. It's Vegaland. It is. It's the same name. But is it something associated to him or not? Vigaland. That's different, I guess.
But Wergeland's book turned the combination into an official exercise, and the idea took off. Throughout Europe, militaries began building up their ski troops, and by World War I, soldiers on both sides were fighting on skis. After the war, the creation of the Winter Olympics gave ski troops a new purpose. In 1924, a demonstration of skiing and shooting was added to the first ever Winter Olympics. It
Nice.
was called Military Patrol, and the participants
Wow.
were soldiers from nations attending the games. The Olympic demonstration continued for a couple of decades. But beyond the Olympics, ski warfare continued. In 1939, Finnish
Finland.
ski troops fought the Russians in a World War II invasion called the Winter War.
Finland fights on!
The Winter War.
Although they lost the battle, the Finns used alpine skills, particularly skiing, to inflict major losses against the Russians. As World War II evolved, countries on both sides saw the success of Finland and started creating propaganda for their own winter warfare battalions. The United States had its own winter unit, the 10th Mountain Division, which prepared for conflict in Europe by training on mountains in Colorado and Washington state.
Dang.
Learns how to wax his skis.
3 years after the war ended, military patrol was demonstrated.
See, that's the advantage that the United States has when it comes to territory. They can train for snow, they can train for hot weather, they can train for any, actually, They can even train for different time zones. That's the advantage the US has when it comes to territory and, just weather. It's pretty cool.
Waxes ski.
But are the United States good at winter sports? I know the Winter Olympics are coming, which we're going to react to some of it too. I don't know much about it, but we're going to deep dive into knowing more about it. I've only seen the Summer Olympics, but we are going to check out the Winter Olympics, especially because, we have a lot of Nordic viewers here on the channel. So that's pretty cool.
Europe by training on mountains in Colorado and Washington State.
He learns how to wax his skis.
3 years after the war ended,
Dang.
military patrol
Everyone
was
was in the
demonstrated
streets.
for the last time at the 1948 Olympics in San Moritz. But that didn't stop amateurs from competing on their own. Civilians began hosting competitions combining skiing with shooting, and that led to a petition for official Olympic recognition. In 1960 at Squaw Valley, the sport returned to the Winter Games as an official event called Biathlon.
Nice.
That was the moment biathlon went from being a Norwegian military drill to a competitive professional sport.
Nice.
Although rules and headwear have changed through the 70s, 80s, and 90s, modern biathlon is a clear product of its military origins. The sport mimics the sharp transition between physical effort and mental focus experienced by soldiers in battle. Biathletes shoot when their heart rate is extremely high, and their
Wow.
breathing can make it really difficult to hit 5 targets in a row. But unlike soldiers, the penalty for modern athletes is only more time or just more skiing.
Yeah, they're not gonna get shot. That's what he meant. He meant the punishment is only like losing time, and you're not gonna get killed in battle. Dude, that was kind of like a dark joke that he did there without probably noticing. But interesting.
Is only more time or just more skiing.
Breathing and being calm is a big part of shooting, isn't it? That is such a great video. Guys, these are the type of videos that we need to check out more of. And I really want to thank Susan for choosing such a great video, which is both educational, interesting, cultural, and sports related. It's a perfect video for this channel. Absolutely amazing. I had no idea that, first of all, this sport existed because I don't watch winter sports, or at least I didn't watch because it wasn't on my radar. Didn't grow up with snow. But thank you so much for showing this to me, which is absolutely the whole idea of this channel, to learn something new and to, see other cultures and things from around the world, just deep dive into these sports, which is pretty awesome. And second of all, I had no idea that it derived from the military, which is also pretty cool. We see them, so they ski and then they shoot, right? How many rounds? What are the rules? I don't know any of that, but we can dive into more detail about the rules of biathlon if you guys are interested. And yeah, I'm gonna be really excited watching the Winter Olympics and finding out about all these new sports, seeing the rules. It's gonna be cool. And yeah, we're probably gonna have a watch party for the Winter Olympics. It's in Italy. Wait, is it in Italy? Do they have snow there? Which part of Italy? Probably the north, right? Biathlon is such a great sport to watch. It's so exciting. It's pretty cool. I can't wait to find out more about these sports with you guys. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys want to show me something new, something interesting, something you love and you're passionate about, go over to Buy Me Coffee just like Susan did and request a video and show me something new. The north, yeah, 100%. Milano. Pretty cool. I have a lot to learn with you guys, so thank you so much for joining this community. And guys, we're live on Twitch and we are also on Discord, so come join us. I'll see you on the next one for more sports videos. Take care. Bye-bye.